Welcome back to Mile High Dragons. Guys, cheers.
Cheers.
It's been a while.
Tink, tink, tink.
Tink, tink, tink.
Chink-a-link, chink, 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 chink.
Can't say that
So
word.
previously... oh no.
Oh no, dude. Oops. Just don't point it out.
Right, what? Anyways, so previously on Mile High Dragons, the party, the unnamed party, of Primo Balducci.
June's bugs.
Is it
No.
the June
Probably
boys?
still not.
The June boys. Oh,
We have to decide, guys.
Actually, hold on, wait. With me at the table,
We have Andre the Giant Elf,
played by
played by Josh.
nice. Primo
Yeah.
Balducci. Sorry, played by Mitch.
Got Luna, a cleric, played by Ed.
Drax, the half-orc berserker, played by Mark.
and as always, your level 1 dungeon master, me, Graham the Mighty Ram.
Amazing.
So, we are in an abandoned mine. The guys have been fighting their way. They got through the first level, and then they found an access point getting up to a higher level. There was a barracks up there. Battle ensued. Fire, flames. There's been exploding goblins. There's been giants and ogres and lots of blood and all sorts of that cool D&D battle shit.
Shaman.
And then also, it is the mind is inhabited, seemingly by this abandoned mind is inhabited by a cult or some sort of cult or group that seems to praise and worship Baracarab, one of the gods of the hells. And Josh, if you remember Andre, you had that little voice in the back of your
Yes.
head, Hex,
Hex.
made mention of.
Made mention.
Oh, this is
This is a big boy.
you guys might be a little punching up, but despite what he says, you guys being accompanied by Juniper von Snowvale, the cleric from Storm's End, you guys have actually been absolutely clobbering your way through this mine.
Yeah.
I thought I wrote a really cool, complicated, difficult mine. Turns out I still have a lot to learn as DM because you guys have just been like pounding.
It was
your
very
way.
cool, though.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes,
It's
we've
like-
had fun.
It's like your first time playing Rainbow Six Siege, and then you break down the door. Like it's that moment
get
for
shot.
you guys. Yeah, just
To be fair, we have hit every trap in the dungeon so far.
Yeah.
that is true. Has anyone gone down yet?
No?
No, dude, I'm full HP.
You
with
got close
temporary.
I got close.
You got close.
Full HP after a short rest.
That's right. And so, on the second level of the mine, after clearing out the barracks, they took a short rest, kind of like barricaded themselves in the kind of like a storage room. And then there's a tunnel that goes back out to the barracks, and then there's a tunnel that goes further into the second level of the mine. And
Onward,
we
boys.
are going to pick up
Onward
right
into that
there.
dark
I
night.
still have one inspiration that's still good. Dated 219.
I
That doesn't
had
make
one
sense.
from a while
That's
ago,
great.
too.
Yeah.
Thanks for dating it.
Yeah, I've still got one left.
I'm just pissed because you can't stack them. I had 3.
Dude, I'll take
I
one.
got-
Could you imagine how unbalanced that would be?
That's why I was stacking. That's
I've
why I
got
would
6
keep
inspirations.
Yes, no, just tell me, actually.
Yeah.
Just tell me. I'll use
Let
all
me
my
re-roll.
inspirations. Yeah.
Let me re-roll.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
All right. So Juniper and Luna, you guys ended this last session going into a prayer. Everyone else is kind of licking their
Nailed those
wounds
rolls.
Someone was fibbing.
hard. And
Fibbing a
Juniper, you know, she didn't. If anyone was looking at Juniper during this prayer while Luna was assisting with the prayer, Juniper definitely was kind of, for the first time, looking at Luna
Seeing bullshit.
with a raised eyebrow.
Until I
So
said.
can I have some
until,
passive perception there?
Until I let her know that I knew that prayer in Elvish. which
You
she
get
didn't
called
know.
out this episode,
And now
buddy.
I'm-
Nothing's going to be the same.
I was translating it to human.
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 So yeah, a little 15 passive perception.
I mean,
to catch
Well,
something.
it's not complicated.
Yeah, no wrong.
So we're all catching it.
If anyone would say that they were paying
I'm not
attention to the
paying
prayer,
attention, dude. Yeah.
yeah, then
Okay.
you would.
I would.
Primo.
So
Primo and Juniper are
chilling,
still,
dude.
you know, they're,
I'm still fucking pissed at fucking Josh for a little bit, dude. Really.
I gave,
is what it is.
I gave you something.
Yeah, you gave me something you can't use.
What did I give you?
What do you think you gave me?
A potion?
Somewhat. It's a vial.
Yeah, it's a vial.
Yeah.
It's a health potion.
No.
It is.
I wrote
it's
vial
blue.
of-
It's blue.
A vial of paralysis is what I have. You gave...
The bear bug potion.
I don't have that.
That's what I gave you.
You gave that to... Shrub.
Oh, but you guys didn't properly identify that though. Like that hasn't been properly
I gave you the
identified.
paralysis potion.
You guys did a
Yeah.
medicine check on
I
it.
can
and
use that.
tried to
No.
assess what it
You always
could be.
fucking Eldritch Blast.
But it's not. I mean,
you
it's
could
not-
drink
it's not-
it. Sure.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And now you can.
Anyway,
Anyway, it was a gift.
Quibbling.
Okay, that's the last
Quibbling.
time.
Quibbling.
Unbelievable.
so standing up and brushing off,
Thank you.
her already muddied and bloodied battle vestments of the last lantern, Juniper stands up and kind of rolls her shoulders. Okay, Drax, you have
Drax, that's right.
truly been leading the charge through these tunnels. But I would like you to make it a group choice. What do we wish to do? We know that down at the main level, where those seemingly exploding goblins came from, that appeared to go further down. But there's also this tunnel here. When we don't know which way that goes.
No. I will point out real quick, we do know, or I knew that Baracarab, the dude we're supposedly getting closer to, is a god of hell, possibly a troll the size of a mountain. So,
You did share that information.
just
So he's probably
And-
down.
FYI.
And also, like, being a
if
cleric
we're
of the
in it right
light,
now?
being a cleric of the last
What?
What if we're
lantern, like,
inside of him?
Juniper is fully aware
maybe as
of,
hard as
like,
up here.
all of the gods of the hells.
Okay.
So when you said, like, oh, I think this is, like, Baracarab, she kind of was like, oh, you're right, that is the sign of Baracarab. And Hex also confirmed that.
Yeah,
for you.
right.
Right.
I say we continue this.
Yeah, we press.
Yeah, we press forward.
Mm-hmm.
Will you say what you just told me? What you whispered in my delicate ear. Primo shared the insight that perhaps we are inside Baracarab right now.
Said, how crazy would that be if we're inside of him?
If he is
right
indeed
now?
the size of a mountain, we are in one.
These are just
So we're like suppositories.
Well, maybe we can
Maybe.
find something that would defeat him within
Full
within
circle
him.
back to boofing.
Yeah, what if I just boofed an Eldritch Blast right up his internal anus?
internal anus, dude.
Exposed to humans' external anus for the viewers.
All right, so we press forward.
Let's go.
Well, which way is forward? She's asking you guys. And also, if you remember, she's under the impression that this is a super time sensitive situation because if you remember, the cabin and a bunch of other places been just like it's all very suggestive like there are captives. There are prisoners.
So,
that's right.
So, but there's only two entry. There's an entry and an exit from what we just went into.
We're upstairs.
So we will press forward through the door that we have not gone through yet.
Okay, continuing up.
Yeah. Wait. Can we do a check for traps through the door?
Because
Yeah.
that was the idea,
Yeah.
was going uphill, because
Yeah.
we're clearing out the top and then going
I love it. Let's
down
do
to
it. Yeah.
the screams
Yeah, I can check for traps, dude.
All right.
and
Okay.
the exploding goblins.
So I'll let you guys move yourselves in the marching order that you want.
Is there a door right here?
You guys kind of barricaded it with the materials that were in there.
We
So
took a
like,
short
you know,
rest.
yeah, like boxes and whatever other
Okay.
things would
All
have been
right,
in
so we
there.
remove the block.
We remove the block and we check for traps around the corner. Can we check for traps around this? How far can we check for traps?
Well, so it's a this hallway is not lit. Juniper's shield, she has that circular shield with kind of like that metal cup on the front of it, and that is emanating light because she cast light on that. So if she's leading, or if she would be like second in lead, like it would be casting light, kind of like, you know, spotlighting down this otherwise dark tunnel. Because there's a bunch of 90 degrees, as you can see on that map. So, like, you know, if there was a source of light coming from somewhere else, it's not going to get past those 90-degree angles.
Okay, so can I cast a cantrip, dancing lights, 4 torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, glowing orbs in the air for duration?
100%. Is that where you cast it, it kind of stays there, or will it follow you? Does it say?
Whichever form you choose, each light sheds a dim light within a 10-foot radius. You can combine all 4. I think I can just throw them out and then they stay there.
Okay. So, yeah, those will be stationary lights then. But, yeah, you can absolutely do that.
So can I just throw 4 throughout this tunnel?
Yeah, as you're moving
Just
down
like
the tunnel, for
one
sure.
at a time.
Yeah.
And who said they were checking for traps?
Primo's checking
Primo.
out.
Yeah, all over traps.
All right.
Okay.
I cast Dancing Lights for Primo's check.
By the way, what color are your lights?
They're all white.
All white.
That's right. Keep it simple.
Keep it safe.
Yeah.
Keep it safe. All right, Primo, give me an investigation check.
Oh shit! I will do this. 9
Total?
Yeah.
9.
9.
Not good. Okay. Sub 10. Love to hear it. All right,
So just because you failed to detect traps doesn't mean you lead. You guys should let
I'm
me
just
lead.
looking.
I have an advantage
Can we
against.
do multiple people
traps.
checking traps too?
you could assist him.
I think
So if
I
you
guess
wanted,
Josh
like,
All system. I have the lights.
kinda did.
well, you've already kind of spent this turn
Okay.
with casting your cantrip.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You can roll again. I'm just gonna give Mitch guidance.
Well, no. So guidance is
So it
something
gives
else.
him an additional 2 of 1d4.
I use my
to his
inspiration.
roll.
Right, but do you want to provide him
I'm
advantage
gonna
by?
provide him assistance too, so he get both. Whatever my assistance would be, and he'd still get to roll 1d4.
Okay, well, you've had to have stated that before he rolled the 1st.
Yeah, I know.
So
Dude, just-
we're not going to
well,
count the
I'm not
guidance,
gonna roll
but
again.
I'll
Roll
let
for
you.
traps.
I'll
So-
let you roll the d20 again
Yeah,
first.
just roll investigation yourself. I
Yeah,
suppose.
that's what I was thinking.
Fuck it. My shit's only +4 for investigation, dude. And I got 5. So.
14.
14. Okay,
Nice.
and you are you're in the back. Okay, so that's funny. As you guys are slowly and carefully making your way through this, 5 foot wide by kind of 8 to 10 foot tall mining tunnel. There's a few ducks here and there, and there's a few jutting rocks that come out in some areas that it seems like where the rocks kind of slip under a little farther. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. But he's a big loud boy. Luna, since you are in the very, very back of this marching order, in that it is Primo and Drax leading the tunnel, you feel super confident that there are no traps as everyone walks through ahead of you. You're looking behind them, be like, okay, sweet, no traps.
Nice. Yeah, it's safe.
That looks great.
All right.
So we're at least this far.
No. I mean, for this, you guys have moved successfully, I would say all the way up to here.
Oh shit.
Okay. Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm really close to your mic. Sorry about that. So you guys are all.
He's not sorry.
Let's see, hear my beautiful voice. So you guys are all up to there, and before you round that corner, I would say that because that's that last 90-degree turn, that daylight is emanating, is coming through that part of the tunnel,
Okay.
and you are able to see daylight kind of at that last turn. So. What would you guys fully just round the corner? Or, how do you want to go?
So new turn.
Can I do?
I'll peek my
I
head.
want to do a religion check to see if there's any things that might say this is a different area, different markings that would delineate what we're about to walk up onto. Is this more of a place of prayer, or is this going to be more like an ambush thing?
And I want to ask Hex.
Ambush.
Okay.
Just
And you want to use
players.
religion for that? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you're trying to assess if this is an ambush or a place of prayer.
Yeah.
Sure. Those
Like
are
a-
two totally different asks,
A place
but
that, well, no, just a place that someone would be praying to a deity or something to see if there's anything else.
or this
that-
is
This is a
ambush.
holy and an evil
Yeah.
place.
I'm gonna
Well, it'd still be
so
evil, but
so I'm gonna allow you just to assess if you're about to approach a place of prayer for a religion check.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can get jumped anywhere, dude.
So loud.
19. 19 plus 6.
We got new recording
And
equipment.
for the audience, that was Luna's dick being dragged across the table.
Or I guess 23.
Confident. You don't have the smell of incense in the air or other kind of foreign smells. like the smell that's actually coming through the hallway that's like the daylight's coming through, it actually smells like fresh air. Kind of like fresh mountain air that you guys were in originally before you entered the cave, or the mines. So
I'm still going to take a vial of acid that I have in my little satchel out. It's just going to be in my hand.
okay, sounds good. Someone over here said they were doing something?
Oh, so we're about to enter. I speak internally to Hex.
Okay.
I say, "What is this room?"
Phone a friend.
I say, "No, sorry." I say,
I've never been here.
I know.
This is totally new to me.
I say, Hex, I've sensed a very dark energy in this cave. Are we entering somewhere deeper?
Baracarab.
I would hope that the entity that wears my amulet would have the self-confidence to understand places they enter and wear me proudly.
Cook his ass.
That's right.
If you need actual confirmation, I think you're smelling the air from the outside.
Thanks, Hex.
Yeah, just throw your amulet down there, see what happens.
Nice. Now
So-
Luna's going to say from the back, it smells like fresh air up there.
So we need to figure out a way to get as close as we can and peek inside. Is that a rogue job?
I'll sneak up right now. Fuck traps. I'm gonna stealth my way up and see if it's real, I guess.
So like you guys are all like right behind that corner, right?
Yep.
I crawl through Andre's legs.
I have dark vision.
You know what?
I look 120 feet. I can see right. I can see this.
I did say it's daylight coming through.
Drax says we
So
should,
even better.
Drax says we should YOLO into the courtyard.
I'll follow you, dude.
Yeah, go ahead. All right, Drax, yellows then.
Yellow's in. All right, Drax, you round that corner, make a dexterity saving throw.
I get advantage on dexterity saving.
Actually, wait, no, this is an attack. You're not making a dex save. This is just a straight up attack.
We knew that was coming.
What's your AC?
17.
7. Meets it, beats it. You take
You know it's the truth because it rhymes.
4 piercing damage right into the top of your shoulder. And so looking there, you see there's a goblin archer who just shot you and is now starting to duck away.
gosh.
And like
Do we have these characters?
yeah, I'll put them out in a minute. But what you are doing is like you turn the corner and you see daylight. You are now like at the top part of this mountain, and you are very easily like you quickly assess like, oh, this is like kind of like a shelf, or like, you know, this like, I don't want to say a patio, but like this excavated area and like this landing on top of this mountain. And Primo, when you would round the corner, you would see that like
Shit. Yeah.
this is where that flashing light signal is coming from.
Oh shit.
Oh.
There's like a damn.
The mirror shining at the
Right. So this would be the connection area.
Here's
So
Primo.
there's probably a bunch of mobs up here, but probably not the
Right.
boss.
And so you rounding the corner, Drax,
I don't know.
you would see
It's a
first
spot.
that goblin archer, who is then
boys.
going to take the rest of his action to disengage and move away. Behind him is a bugbear charging at you with like this nasty ass looking great axe.
Good.
And to the side of him is another goblin, but like covered in like feathers and bones, and like is
Okay.
carrying this big twisted looking stick. So I'm gonna put those on the map now.
So we got a bugbear and like a shaman
Bugbear and a shaman.
and an archer, at least.
That's good.
I'm so happy I took that acid vial out of my pocket.
So that dude's gonna be running over there. This guy is
Kobe!
No, I'm just going to put it on my great axe.
Okay. So you can tell which one's the bugbear. The goblin with the torch will be considered the one with like covered in like feathers and bones and has the big nasty.
What's that
looking
cool
stick.
snail one, dude?
The flail snail.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Freddy's is going to be hanging off in the background right now. The entity Freddy's is kind of like invisibly floating above the map, just going like, all right, checking it out,
Just a watcher.
seeing how these kids do.
Just an observer. Yeah.
Just like all the UFOs over Jersey.
Yeah, for real. What
Roll
happened?
for initiative.
What happened to that?
Yeah.
Anyways, roll for initiative.
Anyways,
Pretty sure that's when we draw a stroke.
Stimulate combat music, audience. Make your own. We
21.
forgot to scream. This is
twice, dude. But whatever. My first one was poor.
13 plus.
Should be on the top.
Yeah,
I know where it is.
Why don't we just pull down?
All right.
I almost got 21 if I'm
Hold
cheating.
on, just need to rewrite my
Oh,
list
I almost
here.
got a million.
Wow.
Statistically impossible.
Statistically. You haven't seen my million-sided die.
Hold on. Primo, Drax, Luna.
You know what a million-sided die is called?
Dice.
Your mom.
I guess so.
Got
One
him.
less armor.
Primo, what'd you
13.
get? 13. Okay, Drax, what'd you get?
9.
9. Luna, what'd you get?
21.
21. Andre,
21. 16.
16.
That good.
All right, Juniper got.
yeah,
She got
Juniper
only
or
11.
something.
Not great.
Eating through that shit.
So then
61.
the Goblin.
Oh, that's loud.
Okay.
Hang, hang.
Bear with us, audience. We're testing out the capabilities of
having
our new
fun.
speakers and microphones.
We're here to have fun too, you guys.
This isn't for you.
Yeah.
Feels good to be back in battle.
It does.
Yeah.
Graham's house blew up, by the way. Listeners.
Dude, yeah.
It's a conversation for later.
Or not.
Okay.
That's when you do commentary
bum,
over
bum,
the
bum,
episode.
bum.
Does that explain it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Commentary over
Oh, I
a
see, yeah.
podcast.
Totally.
Yeah, that's the joke.
Yeah, this is the bonus part of the DVD.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Yeah.
7,
What?
8. All right. Starting off, Luna, you are up, and you're also in the very back. This is a 5 foot wide
I'm
tunnel.
going to do something kind of cool. I'm going to run up as close as I can get to Juniper,
Okay.
and I'm going to try
It's
to
too close.
cast Spiritual Weapon in front of Andre.
That is an open space on
That
the map,
goes
technically, yeah.
That goes instantly.
Okay, do you
Nice.
have your indicator for that?
Oh, dude,
This is my spirit weapon right now.
There we
nice.
So it's going to
liquid dice.
fly.
Right into
So,
Drax's
It's a
head.
great axe.
Okay.
It's going to fly over Andre and Drax.
Is this...
Sideways, flat with the ceiling.
Sure.
And then pop up in front.
I hear you on that, but does the wording allow it to move through occupied spaces?
Yes. It's
Then I believe
spiritual. Yeah.
It's spiritual.
Right.
Yes.
It knows
Hold on,
that
let me see.
it's
Bro,
smart.
it's not religious, it's spiritual.
It's a smart weapon.
Throw Jesus at it and that'll fix everything. Sure, yes, I'll allow it.
Right, I hit someone in the back of the head, but that
Oh my
bullshit.
God. I've been using this wrong the entire time. But
No
Technically, it doesn't say anything about a player. It doesn't say it can't
Like
move
it-
through a player, but it doesn't say it can fly over a player.
Tell you what, for right now, yeah.
Flies over.
Because I did state that like the height of the cave is like 8 to 10 feet tall and no one's that
Yeah.
tall. So we're
No
good.
one's
So,
my
So
So
I'm
we
gonna
cast
go
it like right here,
it's gonna
goes
fly.
20
over,
feet.
Yep.
20 feet.
and you're hitting the bear?
20 feet. I'm just getting it's just putting it in front of Drax.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay.
Excellent.
Sounds good.
And that's the end of the spiritual weapons turn.
Got it.
It has initiative before me.
Not so spiritual.
It has initiative
Next time,
before
go
you.
that far.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have you remember that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Smart.
And then I'm going to toss. I don't know. That might be a bad idea.
The truth
Too soon for
to
the
the
acid.
group.
I'm going to hand Juniper the vial of acid
Can't wait.
and say, give this to someone up there.
Oof.
Like, just
Pass it up?
Pass it along. Yeah.
Take a hit, pass it down.
Yeah, so try not to drop it.
Yeah, don't drop it. So she just has one of those now.
Her hands are occupied with a shield and a mace, so she's going to.
Can you toss it to me over her head?
I don't want
you
to
can
do
do
the
that. You
acrobatics
can
check.
do.
Don't do it, because if you toss it to me, I can
just-
toss it to
just
Drax
hit-
so he can put it on his big
hand
big
it over.
thing.
And then I can toss it to you and be successful for that. And then you
It
can
does
be
take a turn.
unsuccessful
It
on
takes
your-
one action to apply
Oh,
things.
just keep it in your fucking pocket, bro. No one cares about your
Yeah,
file.
we need to get into we need to
It
get
can be
into
a
the room.
splash thing too that someone could throw.
There's
at
3 guys in here.
on a bonus action.
Yeah.
It does a 5 foot radius.
Let's just see what
around.
happens.
Hold it,
Let's
hold
just,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save it.
Let's just take another
Andre
step.
looks back at you and says, "Put that shit away, dude."
Okay, up next is the goblin. So the goblin who originally shot Drax with the arrow, so he's seeing like all of a sudden like it's not just Drax coming around the corner, but it's like a bunch of other people and like a spiritual weapon turning the corner. The goblin, you see Drax and Primo, you'd see this. Goblin drops his bow, runs up to the shaman, and then is going to get into like what seemingly looks like a scuffle with the shaman, and rips what looks like this necklace that had like a crow, like black crow wing on his neck, and like take that and run to the very edge of the far edge. No. Oh, sorry.
Towards the snail.
Towards Primo. Towards the snail. Go towards the snail. Go towards
Primo's
Freddy.
not the
There we go.
snail.
No. Primo brought us.
Oh, sorry, Primo.
It's a sick thing called a flail snail, dude.
So where that line is.
check it out, gamers.
So you guys are coming out onto like this big kind of landing.
Mm-hmm.
The edge of that is just this like 100-foot granite cliff.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's no railing or anything. Like it's literally just kind of this landing area, and the goblin seems to be like running to the edge of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sick.
And so that was his action, and that was his movement.
So you can run up, bam. It can be like
So ranged dudes, the fact that the goblin snatched a crow amulet from the shaman and run for the edge means when you get a chance, ranged damage on the running goblin. Because the amulet has value.
Give me that amulet. I'll shove it in with Hex and the egg.
just make him touch tips, yeah.
All right. Up
should
after
give that
that,
to the,
sorry, is the
drow
bugbear,
that I
and then
fucked
after the
over
bugbear,
shop, she had that crow person.
Primo.
She's dead.
Bugbear's up now. Primo, you're after the bugbear.
Oh,
okay, so the bugbear is going to move 30 feet. Josh, could you move the bugbear up 30 feet?
Oh, that's a lot though.
Yeah, I don't know if he can even.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, so
or
yeah,
does he stop? Or does he stop at the spiritual weapon?
Where does he stop?
does he
I'm going to
stop?
allow him, like, he's going to go to the corner. Like, yeah, right there. And he's going to take an attack at
Better than Dick.
Drax.
Wouldn't, because we're in combat, wouldn't I get an opportunity attack on my spiritual weapon for that?
He hasn't left the combat space.
He moved into range, but not out,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, he's smart. You're fucking smart.
That is a 19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do your worst.
Yikes.
Okay.
With your big great axe.
So yeah, this big, nasty-looking hairy bugbear is just going to run up and long arms and just snarl at you with his crooked teeth and just swing out at you. That is 8 damage for the first hit.
Ouch.
For the first
I just need to double check.
So much more damage.
Melee weapons deal. Oh, sweet. So hold on a second. So Brute. A melee weapon deals 1 extra die of its damage when the bugbear hits with it, including the attack. So that hit. So we're going to roll that again.
I'm telling on you.
What did I say before for damage?
8.
8 plus 11.
Ooh. Jesus H, dude.
Wow,
But that is slashing. Did you state that you were raging?
Nope.
Okay, so then that is...
Just so you guys know, I only have 1 rage left.
Oh, we got
I'm
you gotta save it
the
for
boss.
Barack
Yeah.
Obama.
Hey, now, I came here not to fight you.
Listen.
Listen.
That's what.
Where's
This is Baracarab, yeah.
Barack Obama.
Barack
All right, so that was 19 slashing damage to you then. That is going to be the bugbear's turn.
All right, Mark.
Primo, you were up.
All right, I'm gonna obviously shoot Josh in the face.
For those of our previous listeners, this is what we call revenge.
Yeah, and for those of our previous listeners, Andre gave Primo a gift after he heard him.
Yes, those of us previous listeners who are smart can realize some people can utilize things that others cannot. So he gave it away because he cannot use it. I'm going to shoot between Drax's legs into this fucking bugbear's legs.
And let the users know, or the
And
audience
Josh
know
has
that
nothing
it's
to say
possible
'cause he's a
because
little-
Primo's incredibly short, so he only stands right at Drax's nutsack.
Somewhat true. So if possible, I'm going to try to shoot through Drax's legs.
And let the audience know there's ample room to Primo's height.
Yep, to hit the bugbear's legs.
Roger that. Roll for attack. I'll tell you. Go for it, man. Add all the zest and the
Too late,
flavor.
whatever.
21 to hit,
I
dude.
need you to roll some dice. 21 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Guess what?
I think that
hits.
yeah.
Sweet.
Take out his kneecap, baby.
You got it, dude.
You have guidance, so you get 1d4 on it. One attack roll,
attack
one defense roll, or save
right now.
per turn.
I'll use my guidance.
Nice.
8 damage to a
To a kneecap.
shin. I'm choosing the shin.
Well, that's you're
That's
real
awesome,
close.
dude. Yeah.
Shin attacks
next
are
to your shin.
straight up.
So you were
rude.
kind of shooting up.
Is that it for your turn?
Yeah.
Okay, roger that.
The mightiest toothpick that's ever hit this thing in the shin.
Oh shit. After Primo is actually sorry, Andre was supposed to go first and then
was gonna say.
Primo. So
why didn't you
Andre, you can go now, and then
It works better for the hallway thing.
Alright.
and then
I
after
take
that
Primo
one-
and I kind of throw him over.
It's your turn.
That's your turn.
I'm honestly scared to cast anything behind because
Just don't roll poorly.
I did. Oh, I did, didn't I?
You rolled really bad those 2 times. Yeah.
Okay,
That's
well,
why.
fine. Eldritch Blast, baby.
You could scoot closer for sure.
Yeah.
What was the football player that jumped over the guy's helmet?
Dude, you could probably step in front of me, honestly.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
Loading.
Are you just staring at it?
We're good, audience. All right. I take 5 feet step forward and woo! I cast. You're not gonna believe this.
Eldritch Blast.
Witch Bolt
Okay.
This is a new spell for Josh.
Yes.
at Bugbear. Can I see him?
So he's behind that corner, and there's 2 people in front of you. So actually, I'm gonna say no. Like there is literally 2 people in front of you. He's behind a corner. you look at the
Take
map.
Primo
Dude.
by the loincloth.
No, you're not
and
wrong.
Throw him over
Switch your
Drax.
places, dude.
Just start pushing.
You can push.
No, because then I'm going to shove Drax right into the spiritual weapon, which I'm not trying
It's
to
just
do.
floating.
I think that's
it's kind
true,
of
though, yeah.
not physical, I guess. You can knock yourself on the head with it.
All right, well, I gently shove the group
It's like a
forward.
Yeah.
Sure.
It hits with
All right,
force.
strength check.
Just,
Okay. Wait, but that would be my move? I can't cast
That would
it.
be your action.
Yeah, I'm just not going to do... I guess I'm not going to do anything. I walk up behind Primo.
just hold a reaction.
I take my left hand.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Your reaction.
I
on it.
brace.
And
I brace.
I gently pat Primo's ass and I say,
Stop. That's SA.
I want you to know that I'm really sorry about the back of the head. I hope my gift is enough to not bring it up anymore. Because I heard you talking about it. a
We're
few
trying to
times.
fight right now, dude.
So let's go ahead and get these guys, huh? Good job. Go get them. And then I tap them on the
Little
butt.
go team.
Yeah, little go team.
If you hit a nat 20, I'll let you be. I'll let that be a guidance.
Let's go, baby.
Yeah, just a flat nat 20, and that'll be a guidance.
15.
Okay.
Close. That was
That would have been nutty.
Okay.
moral inspiration for Primo
Yeah.
from the teammate.
And then I kiss the back of his cheek.
Wow. All right.
Just kidding.
I accept.
That was about
Okay, so that was Andre, then it was Primo, so now it's going to be the Goblin Shaman. The Goblin Shaman, Drax, you're literally like the closest person, so he's just going to catch Eldritch Blast at you. So,
Drax.
Does he
first
hit
one
the
misses.
weapon or the fucking bugbear, dude?
actually, the first one hits the back shoulder of the Bugbear, and then the second one just goes wide and like hits the granite wall like the next to you. So we'll because that was a natural 1 on the first roll. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Garbage damage. So the Bugbear, you see him like take like that hit and just, barely phased. So
That's great.
okay. So that was the Goblin Shaman. He's like, there's not a lot up here. There's like a small like little ramshack like tent off to the side, kind of like a lean-to, and then like a bunch of tables, and then just like scattered bones and stuff like that. So
Chow.
he's going to. Josh, if you could move the shaman like 3 paces towards Ed. Yeah, right there where his finger is. Yep. There you go.
Nice.
Perfect. All right, so he's going to get a little bit further away from you guys, but stay in like line of sight of whoever else may be coming out the door. But it's right now, big roadblock at the door.
Keep your cat fat.
Okay. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. So as a shaman, up next we have Juniper, followed by Drax. Oh, Drax, you're literally at the end of the initiative.
That's great.
She needs to heal Drax.
She can't see you.
Unless she moves
She came
forward.
up here, right?
Touch you.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let me
Switch with
see
Josh real quick.
if those...
Yeah, she slides against me and feels my massive elvish on her ass. But now she's up here.
Sure.
Because who needs me if I'm just giving butt pats?
Well, consent. That's always needed.
Well, to quote Tyler Durden,
That is loud. Don't do that again. All right. So do you need a heal, Drax?
I could probably go one more turn.
Okay. Roger that. So then she'll just move up there, and she's going to use her action to start to push. So she's going to get her shield, and she's going to push into the back of Primo. Yeah. So she's going to do a strength. Okay, she got a 19.
Okay.
London Party.
Do you contest this or do you allow this to happen?
I probably get shocked by it, so I'll get shocked into it. Like,
But you're okay with it. Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
a mosh pit. You know?
mosh pit, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So like if you want to contest it, you can roll and like
No,
withstand it.
I understand why it's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So then, based off of that action, Drax,
Drax, watch out!
you feel Primo getting pushed up immediately behind you with this bugbear in front of you. Do you, in your current situation with the bugbear kind of like off to your right in front of you, and then Primo being pushed into the back of you, it seems like there's initiative to get people pushed through this opening.
Yep.
Do you allow this to happen, or do you
She's just coming
withstand?
at you with
Does
the
that
shield.
enable an opportunity attack?
You wouldn't leave the bugbear's line of like you wouldn't leave his area of attack.
So the answer is
He'd
yes.
be like
Okay.
right there with you in the spiritual weapon.
So yeah, I mean we're actually going to move everyone up. Yeah, just like that. Boom. Okay. Okay. Cool. And so that was Juniper, and now it is Drax.
Now it's the flail snail.
All right, so gents, I got two things I can do here.
Smack the shit out of him.
I can try to dash past him to
No.
open things up, but he'll get an opportunity attack.
No, you can still move behind him right here.
Yeah. We'll go.
Oh, yeah.
Go right there. It will open everything up. We can go this way.
Yeah. So I'll move behind him and take a swing.
Okay.
And by
roger that.
swing, we mean
Yeah, like a serious swing. Like I'm
Serious
pissed.
stab.
Mark.
yeah.
Mark. Nat 20.
Okay, I'm gonna do a reckless attack.
Okay.
This gives me advantage.
Which means, but that also gives advantage on the next attack on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take care of him before that. Probably.
Yeah, but he'll be like threatened or something.
18 and 17 plus
He'll have
4.
disadvantage, bro.
Those will hit.
Plus 6.
20.
Those will do
24.
it, my guy. Armor class of 16 over here. Those are both gonna pass.
All right, so that's 1d12 plus 6, since I'm not in range.
Oh.
Nice.
Come on, baby. New pair of shoes.
Hit him, bud.
9 plus 6, 15.
15. So you get pushed past him and like kind of like move yourself to like directly behind the bugbear and just come down with your axe and immediately put this bugbear in a bloodied condition.
Good.
So that was 15, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, he is on death's door. He like that. You sunk it in between his shoulder blades, and like you were seeing like ribs and fuchsia and like all of that.
You gotta do a slide cancel around the corner and shoot him with your bow.
But he's still up, but hurt.
I think it's XX.
All right. So that was Drax. Drax, top of the round, back to Luna.
So yes, the bugbear is probably not going to opportunity attack my spiritual weapon if I move it right now.
He seems. I mean, you could move it, but otherwise, you know, he might be a little preoccupied.
Well,
Smack him, dude. Bring him up. Let's get the fuck out of this little corner.
yeah, sure.
dude.
I'm just gonna take a swing at him with the spiritual weapon, and that is a 19.
That will hit.
Nice.
What's the base damage for your spiritual weapon?
1d8 plus 4. Because of my spell modifier.
Don't. I mean, you
Roll.
roll,
Roll.
roll, 100%
Roll. Roll.
Smack his
See
fucking
how
cheeks,
hard
dude.
you kill. If you get an 8,
Let's separate his
something
right side
really-
from his left side.
If you get an 8, you
Fun.
can
Through the cheeks.
That's fun.
Because tonight's episode is brought to you by
10.
Boofian.
10. Okay, just please elaborate the
After-
demise of this bugbear.
The wound channel that Drax just created with his
Yes.
great axe.
Yes.
My great axe spiritual weapon just comes down almost like in a mirror image of his
Oh.
and just finishes slicing through it.
Not only does it finish slicing through it, but Primo, you're facing the front of this bugbear, so you see Drax cut into the back, and that bugbear's like, "Ugh," and then like following an immediate rhythm behind that is a spiritual weapon, and coming through, opening up the chest and coming through is Luna's spiritual weapon, just breaking through the chest.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Nice.
And
Yeah.
then I get, as a bonus movement for my spiritual weapon, I
Oh,
can move it up
yes.
to 20 feet. And for future notice, it can attack and take a swing at something within 5 feet for its bonus action.
That's a
And do the
bonus
same
action.
attack.
That's
Yeah.
2 attacks in
Yes.
1 round. Damn. All right.
I didn't know that last time.
Okay.
So I've been nerfy.
All right. So yeah, move that to wherever you want to.
Love it.
Okay. So that was Luna's action. Up next is the goblin, the original archer, who then grabbed that crow wing, and you see him standing at the edge of this tall granite cliff, and you see him turn around, ha ha, like yell
What does he
something
say?
to Goblin, and holds out the goblin wing.
What does he say?
Holds out the crow wing and just jumps and like goes,
My God.
and then falls, disappears off the map,
What did he say?
and you just hear.
He knows Goblin.
I know Goblin, yeah.
Oh,
Shit. Fuck all of you. I'm out of here. The pay was terrible.
Dude, yeah. Wonder what he's doing.
So yeah, he jumps and like floats for a second and then gone.
Okay. He's left the chat.
Right into the flail snail.
Goblin 1 is currently offline. Okay. So we will cross him off the little scorecard. Up next is the bugbear, who is down. And so then after that, we have Andre,
forgot
giant
my
motherfucking elf.
Whatever.
And then after Andre is Primo.
All right, guys. So listen, I'm gonna try to.
Eldritch Blast.
No. I'm gonna try to get in front of
Eldritch
everyone
Blast.
and cast mirror illusion at the shaman, and have him appear trap, and then maybe we can take him hostage and do some shit.
I think Mirror Illusion is you.
Casting an illusion on another's mind.
Shit. Oh, shit.
Yeah. What do you guys think about that? I'm
He's a
talking
shaman.
to the group.
Yeah.
There seems to be one left in the chamber. Should we take him hostage?
Oh, for sure.
How many turns
Yeah.
did that last?
It's not
one,
a
or
chamber, it's at like top of the
What
mountain.
would
It's the
he
top
do?
of a mountain.
What would you have to do to break that concentration of your spell?
I
He
gotta
has to
fucking-
examine it.
Dude, I got a net. We could just throw a net on him.
He has to do an investigation.
Yeah, bro.
I think it's worth a try because we're going to be able to easily kill him, but information might be more helpful.
I got a fucking
The
net.
range is only 30 feet. I don't even know if I can get this far.
Mitch, do you have a net?
I have a net.
Okay, let's do that. That sounds better.
I don't remember what a net
Oh, wait,
does.
so-
Can you do your bonus action?
They were pushed forward, though, yes?
To
Yeah.
where they are.
Yeah,
Not further.
That's right.
It's not
Okay.
my turn, though.
So,
Oh no, Andre's before you.
So you guys are still inside that 5-foot hallway, like at the mouth of the door.
okay, you
going
throw the
up
net.
there.
I'm going to damage him before you do.
Do you want to hold your action?
You can just have a reaction to an action if you hold
Sure,
it.
can I move and hold my action?
You can move and hold your action to go through. I believe traveling through occupied space of an ally is like double movement. So if it's a 5-foot space, it would technically be 10.
Okay, so,
So if
I
it's-
can move.
Well, if you want to hold a
can move in
reaction,
front
as
of
soon as
Primo.
I go, you can just move.
So that's why I have to at least be within range, though.
Yeah, but
Oh,
you,
I'm pretty sure you are, dude.
you move,
I'm back here in the corner.
You moving now
Oh,
for 30
my
will
bad.
get
I
you
thought
in
you were-
front of Primo.
I thought you were
with
moving
your
on
action.
that.
He's behind Primo.
What's
and
it? The standard
Juniper
movement is 30?
in the back.
Yeah, so
Just do a dash. Just do
20.
a, just do a dash.
Five.
So 5, 15,
20.
25, 30.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So now you're out,
Okay. And then
but
I'm
now
just...
you're blocking.
Can I do a bonus action and move a little bit more?
So it'd be a dash, and that would remove your action.
Move your
Which
health.
is okay. You should dash.
I should, because I just need to get the fuck out of everyone's
Yeah,
way.
exactly.
Okay, I'm gonna... How far can I dash?
You'd have another.
Another 30.
Yeah.
Alright,
what we call a teamwork.
so 10, 15, 20, 30.
Okay, so now you're out on the landing, creating an opening for
Yes.
people to come out of the tunnel.
Correct.
Got it. Okay, Primo, you're up. And then after Primo is the Goblin Shaman.
I'm just
Who
gonna
knew that our biggest adversary would be a fucking opening? Huh? He figured this out. He's like, well, they're going to beat the shit out of my guys trying to get out of 5-foot spot, bitch.
Those first chambers were way too open.
Okay, I'm gonna bonus action dash to the guy, so I can go 60 feet.
5, 10, 15,
should be
20,
50.
25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55.
I'm just gonna fucking try to wrap him up in a net, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Just running right up to him.
Wait, let's do that again.
Imagine being this Goblin Shaman, watching one of your allies take something from you, jump off of a cliff, the big bad bugbear had his chest explode, and then immediately after someone moves out of the way of this tunnel, this fucking guy with a green mechanical eye just sprints up to you.
Just holding a net.
This is the spookiest vibes ever.
Wow.
Just like such kidnapper energy just running up to him. Oh my god. Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to see if what it is.
Yep.
I just made an
5 minute break.
action
We are
figure
going
that
to take
which
a
way-
quick 5 minute break and we'll be right
tight.
after there.
Sorry, gents. The
Red. Oh. And we're back.
Come on, Primo.
Thanks for the brief break. We just had to get some refreshments. Also, there
embarrassing,
might be a
buddy. Gosh.
UFO outside. That's a conversation for later. Hit us
sick.
up in our chats if you
was
want to
tight.
talk about UFOs and weird
Chats,
orange
chats,
lights in the
chats.
skies. Anyways,
Don't hit
all right. So, Primo, being a kidnapper, ran as fast as he could with the net up to the Goblin Shaman.
That's right.
That was Primo's turn. It is now going to be
I can throw it on him too. That was my bonus action to dash
well. So
as
no. So your
Hey.
action would be
rogue.
oh, but you have a bonus action to then do using that.
Yep.
Got it.
Or the other way around.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can bonus action dash or hide or disengage.
Okay. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to throw. I guess just capture him in the net. I don't think I need to throw it.
Well, so
Grapple
it's
and
there's going to
Yeah,
be
I guess,
there's going
yeah.
to be a contested. You have to see if you hit.
But you bonus action dashed.
Correct.
And you can double bonus action?
No,
that was
bonus
just
action is like part 2 of your turn
Yeah,
essentially.
but you already did part 2.
No, I started with part 2 and now I'm doing part 1.
Like,
Get on
I
my
could
fucking level, kid.
cast that as my bonus action and then still do my turn.
I thought he sprinted and then dashed.
No,
No, he just dashed.
that was my entire sprint / dash.
But that's not both of your turns?
No, I have such thing bonus action and
what
I
I'm trying to
have
explain.
normal
Yeah.
turn.
Like you have
Yes.
I'm not,
2
not gonna
action
lie,
points.
I don't understand, but we can keep going.
Okay.
This was your run. This
Bonus
was your
action.
dash.
Yeah, no. The whole thing was the
The whole
dash.
thing was a dash.
60 feet.
Yeah. Normally I move 30 feet, but I
You use your bonus action to dash.
yeah.
And that's both actions. How are you tossing
No.
the net?
We were just trying to explain
I-
bonus action. And he's not understanding the bonus action.
Hey, throw your net.
I rolled. I don't know what I like. Add
called
to that, I
vamping.
guess. I don't know what a net hit is.
Okay, so I have net pulled up. So
Should just be. You just estimate
So a
it's-
large or small creature hit by a net is restrained until it is freed. A net has no effect on a creature and no form creature. So a creature can use its action to make a DC 10 strength check, freeing itself from the net.
So it's in the net.
Hold
Unless
on.
it
So it's a
makes
thrown
the check.
weapon.
Then the net just
Category 9. Wait,
you
9.
didn't throw it right. It just slides off the back of the thing.
5 slashing damage.
What does it say?
It's not my.
What's your net modifier?
What's your save DC? Because it has to beat your save DC.
So you need to make a ranged attack.
Okay.
Yep.
It's got to beat your
Yeah.
save DC to avoid the attack.
Yeah, so you just need to hit the Goblin Shaman's DC, and if you hit it or exceed it, then he is subdued by the net. But then all he needs to do is make a DC 10 strength saving throw to get out of the net.
So I would just add my dex or what?
Yeah, whatever you would use for a thrown Yeah.
It's usually Dex, yeah.
Plus 5. So 11.
That misses.
Okay.
That was a lot of build up for that.
Okay, check this out. Oh, shit.
Okay, so you run 60 feet and miss with the net. Got it. That's Primo's turn.
That's still on the floor, so someone can bonus action pick it up.
All right. So after Primo is the Goblin Shaman. So he is going to.
He's going to pee his pants, is what he's going to do.
He is pretty spooked by that sprint up to him. But what he's going to do is he's going to, with one hand, he's going to throw out, like reach into a pocket and throw out purple dust.
Oh, fuck.
At you.
Yeah.
So it's a 5-foot range. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, shit. I'll do it, dude.
You got this.
Con save, brother. Con save, dude. Hold on.
What's your con modifier?
It's plus 2, dude. So that's 19, brother.
19. All right, so you close your eyes just in time before this hits you in the eyes. You make that, and it gets a little bit on your tongue, and it tastes like sugar.
It's like drugs.
A little spicy sugar, but you close your eyes, and you kind of feel it dissipate, and by the time that you open your eyes, he is 15 feet further back from you, straight back. But you have missed the effects of whatever that might have been.
Dust.
And then for his second action, he is going to cast a spell right at you. So
Oh boy.
I'm good.
Yep.
that is 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
It's, dude.
So
He bonus actions inside.
Damn.
I know what I'm talking about.
No.
let's do this one. Okay. You take 6 points of necrotic damage, and then I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I'll do it. What I rolled last time.
Chronic.
It's plus 2.
It is plus 2. Thanks, brother. 6.
6. You fail. You're going to take an additional 6 necrotic damage.
12.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me roll that.
That's 15 necrotic damage, buddy.
5. So you're going to take an additional 5 necrotic damage.
14.
14 chronic
14?
damage. No.
And then
9 plus 5.
and then at the beginning of your next turn, we'll do
what you
another
said.
Constitution saving
9
throw.
plus 4. You fucked
He
up.
said 5.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
At the beginning of your next turn, you're going to make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Yep.
I need to get
And you feel kind of drained. All of a sudden, you feel weakened.
Oh, okay.
Real
Say-
tired.
Drained? Sick.
So,
Sick.
Dope. Like a bunch of water, really hydrated.
all right, Juniper's next. Her having a clear path, she is going to run out. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stop. 15, 20. Wait.
5, 10,
5, 10, 15,
25,
20,
60.
25, 30.
No. Could you ever kind of angle out towards, within line of sight, but going towards Goblin Shaman?
Don't forget that.
Perfect.
I know that spiritual weapon's taking up space, but it's the size of a great axe just floating in that spot.
Hell yeah.
Cantrips.
Not taking up a lot of space.
Okay, so she's going to catch Sacred Flame on the
Light him up.
Yep. So instantaneous target. So flame radiance within range. Target must get a dexterity saving throw. Okay. So spell save. So Goblin is going to make, and so Juniper's spell save DC. It's 15. He fails. So that is going to be
What is that?
1d8 radiant.
That's my egg.
Wow, a fat one.
Damn.
That's that
Nice.
good shit. Spell attack. Hold on. Do I add? Wait, actually, do I add spell attack to this?
You just made
No,
him
it's just a flat
angry.
1d8. So he takes one damage. Big plays by Juniper over here. Okay. Got it. So Juniper just finished. Drax, you were up, and then back to the top of the round with Luna.
All right, so we don't want to kill him. Is that right? We want to capture him.
Just fucking kill him. Let's get on with the game.
I want to know how the mirrors.
Let's go find
work
Barack
here.
Obama, dude.
But hey, now
I'm serious, dude.
Sure, but who might know where not Barack Obama
Well,
is?
why don't we tie him up, strap him. You can carry him, and we'll start rolling back. You can like slam him on every wall as we go back. Beat him up a little bit.
Just drag him against the ground.
Yeah, exactly. Just gotta scrape his face against the rock, dude.
All right, I'm gonna
While Primo's
dash.
talking
Let's
shit,
just.
like,
All I'm saying is like we can grab, inspect the room, get the fuck out of here. Go find Mountain Man.
Yeah, we're on top of a mountain.
It's not.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But we clearly need to go deeper down.
That's right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, definitely.
we're on
This is where people come.
we're on a bluff of a mountain right now.
Thank you. Bluff. That's what I was looking for.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash to try to. Is this all cliff face here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to cut him off.
Everything
and jump
except for
off.
like that back wall, like because that's like
5, 10, 20,
Oh,
I'm
that's 15 on the first
Okay.
one.
30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. I'm gonna get close enough so
okay.
to interfere with him.
Okay. Well, he is now within your range of attack. So if he moves out of that,
Yep.
yep, got it. Okay. Good strategy. Top of the round, Luna, and then after that will be Andre.
I guess for my action, I'm just gonna dash up here. So
You've been in the cave this whole time. Welcome to daylight.
well, I can only move up behind Luna.
yeah.
Sweet. And my spiritual weapon can go 20. Which is not close enough.
Better than
Honestly,
nothing, I
I'm
guess,
just,
dude. Yeah.
I'm just gonna go back over here and watch the door.
Do I add that to any spell?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm changing. I'm still on my vial held.
So like.
But the spiritual
Like
weapon one
these?
over there is kind of facing the door.
Okay. It's kind of like it's blocking it. Okay. Or like.
Oh, I
yeah.
wouldn't
Got
actually
it. Got it. Okay. That's your turn. Roger that. Andre, you're up.
Plus that, yeah.
And then after Andre is going to be Primo.
All right.
Pick my net back up. You never know when you might not need it again.
That was so helpful.
That's kind of where I was going to in case I'm. God.
We'll say for like the sake of story, like you ran up to him after 60 feet and just like completely overthrew it. Like you just like right over the back of him.
Tight.
Okay.
Sick. It's too short. Yeah.
I run up 30 feet.
Oh shit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I cast Suggestion.
Oh.
Okay.
Magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. That creature that can't be charged or immune to this effect, and it must be worded in a manner to make the course of action sound reasonable.
But can it understand you?
Yeah, you don't know Goblin.
Who does at this table?
I do.
You do.
Yeah. Primo.
Can't read it, but I can speak it.
So he can't understand me.
Yeah.
You could soften him up and then I'll just blast. It's not gonna kill him.
Why not do the other? Why not do the other thing? Or do you have to touch him
way
for
you
the
said that
other
was
thing?
What's the other thing?
You're saying the illusion thing.
Oh yeah, the illusion thing.
I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds.
Well, but
Yeah, we're kind of overthinking this guy here.
I cast Eldritch Blast.
Fire!
Soften him up a little bit.
You can try to do non-lethal.
1d10 plus 5.
Don't think you could do non-lethal with Eldritch Blast.
We can pretend. This is all for fun.
Just gonna blow the goblin's
so
ankle
loud.
off. No, you need
13.
20. You need
Oh wait, no,
That's
I
a
messed
wrong
up.
dice, brother.
Yep. So you start with 20.
And please land inside of your pad.
You got it, buddy. Not good. 2 plus
7.
7.
7?
9.
You're not gonna believe this. That misses.
God damn.
I tried, boys.
Boy.
Okay, that is your full turn. Roger that. The Goblin Shaman is up next.
Wait!
Waiting.
1d10 plus 5 plus 7.
No,
D10.
It means you roll the
That's your
1d10
damage.
Plus
7
5.
is the damage.
No, the effect is 1d10 plus 5 plus 7 hit.
No.
That's the modifier.
So it hit with the
yeah.
20.
You have to
Am I wrong?
hit first, though.
You gotta hit with the 20.
We're all a little rusty here. It's okay.
It's been a few months since
Okay,
we
we're
played.
good.
Thank you for
I don't know. I
being
don't think it's
patient
ever
with
been
us.
on Rusty.
That's really cute, dude.
So true.
I don't think you've been ever on evil.
Moving on, so it's the Goblin Shaman's turn. So
Oh,
he
shit.
has to run a gauntlet. through all of you. There's this one opening through all
Wait,
of you.
I'm
but
after
that's
Josh.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
Or
Oh,
Andre.
Primo. Yeah, that's right.
Sink him, bud. Net him. Toss it.
No, I'm just gonna try to.
No, it's the goblin's turn.
No, it's his
stab
turn.
his ass.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
goes after.
But the goblin goes after Primo.
Okay.
I'm just gonna attack him, dude, with a good old fucking hit. The build up. And he's my. Oh man.
Are you saying the goblin?
Ah, darn.
You're saying the goblin charged?
9.
No. But like, I'm looking at that one open avenue, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks of opportunity for him to get out of here.
All right.
Do it.
I rolled a 9.
9.
Yeah.
Like you rolled a 9, or like after
The total is 9.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for the total.
Yes.
That misses.
I'm gonna bonus action. Fucking dash up to him.
Oh
Just right
wow.
up there, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bum. Okay. Well, he's gonna take out second dose of
I need to roll a
that.
con save though.
That's right.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. 21.
The effects of
Something.
dissipate,
Tight.
but you still feel a little weak. You don't take more necrotic damage, but you still feel a little weak.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
it.
So Goblin Shaman's turn. He is going to turn to Drax and just like snarl at you, reach into the same pocket as before. Purple dust. Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Do it.
8 plus 4.
12.
Yep.
That does it. You
Nice.
I mean, you just perfectly watch out as this like comes right at you. You're coated like your skin, the blood in your skin's coated. It's like purpley. It feels kind of like like a little itchy on the
Like a
skin.
rave.
Yeah, yeah. You're all glitter bombed
Yeah.
now, but no bad effects. So
Hell yeah.
so the goblin now. Wow, he's gonna back up to the edge of the cliff. So
Which way?
which would leave.
This way?
Yeah, that way. Which would leave Primo's area of attack. So Primo, if you want to attack,
Do it.
Yeah, dude.
Smack his ass.
Yeah,
He
dude.
said, talk to him in Goblin.
so for the listeners, the goblin's backed up to the edge of a cliff, and Drax is directly next to him, and then Primo is 10 feet in front of him now, with the cliff face to his back.
Yeah, I rolled 11. Today.
Total.
11 total.
Thank you for the total.
Yes.
That misses.
Okay.
Oh man. So with its second action, the goblin, seeing everything that's going on, is going to. So like this whole time, he's been wearing like a deer, like skull top as like a mask.
Tight.
He's just gonna remove it. And like you see the eyes of the goblin shaman, and like they are bloodshot, they are yellow, and like you know whatever that condition is, where like your eyes look like
Jaundice, baby.
bad jaundice. But the pupils, like the pupil, instead of like this solid black circle, it's like the pupils are like cutting into edges and look like tendrils, kind of like coming out into the rest of his eye.
That we need this boy. I
And
want one of them eyes.
you see him with both of his claws. He tears open the cloth on his chest, and with one claw scratches blood, scratches into his chest, and then with the other hand scratches going across, creating that X pattern of scratch marks for Baracarab, bleeding, and then just like looks at the two of you, Primo and Drax, and kind of like chuckles, and then leaps back. I will give you, since this will be leaving your area of attack, a reaction to this.
Slap his ass.
Can the
Catch
reaction
him.
be? Can the reaction be? I try to catch him.
100%.
Okay.
Come on.
13 plus 4.
17.
Or 6. For it.
Whoa, 19.
Okay.
Come on.
So that'll be the hit. Wait. What was it total?
19.
So on an attack, I get +6. So 13 + 6.
Well, you're not attacking. What?
If it's Dex, they get +4.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Give me an acrobatics
Oh, nice.
roll. If you're grabbing him.
Sick reference,
I have,
bro.
I have +2 in acrobatics. So 13 + 2. 15.
15? Meets it, beats it. His AC is 15 exactly.
Snatch his ass, dude.
Smack his wrist.
Wow, dude. Yeah, meets it, beats it.
Not so fast.
So he leaps backwards, giggles, and like you see him like put his arms out, like as the blood like flings from his fingernails, like witness me. Yeah, and literally you just snatch him.
Not so fast.
Bro. Yeesh. Yeah, he yelps in like shock and disbelief. Yeah. All right, what are you doing? Where do you grab him?
Scruff of the neck. So it actually he's facing away from you. So
He was facing you while he leaped backwards.
Yeah.
Just a
Just a
wrist or
wrist.
something, dude.
Forearm.
let's say wrist, and I slam him to the ground. Just stun him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, give me a strength check on that.
Smack door. Shoot.
This is like an attack, normal attack.
Oh,
We'll give it that an 8.
8. Okay, not stunned, but you have him in your grasp still.
Yeah.
You have him to the ground
Pinned on
for
the
sure.
At this point, I'm gonna grapple him.
You've already done
Yep.
actions.
Yep.
So, okay, that is the end of your turn. Top of the round, Luna. After that is going to be Andre.
so I'm gonna say he's
Let's see.
like this now, kind of.
Yeah, he's prone.
Down.
Yeah, he's prone.
I guess I'm just gonna do the grapple thing myself. I'm just gonna run up there and then hold it down because I don't know. if
Double
Primo-
grapple.
Double grab.
I don't know if Primo has the net or not.
So he has double disadvantage on getting out of
I've
this.
not
All
picked
right.
up my
Like
net.
he's pinned.
The net would really help right now.
Yeah, it's on the ground right there. Come on, guys.
All right, so yeah, you're assisting
yeah.
in the grapple. Got it.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Is that what the goblin
Disarm
says?
him?
He doesn't have anything. Would take his arms
I mean,
off.
like you see, like all
He's
sorts
like
of
on
like
him.
you like satchels and stuff. Like you're kind of like
Is there gonna be like a belt?
he's got a belt,
Yeah,
kind of like a
like a string.
loincloth belt thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've still got one arm. You
I'm just gonna-
grab the other arm.
The belt's gonna undo the belt and be trying to slide it out.
Okay, we're gonna make a. Yeah, you tell you what. Give me a sleight of hand on that.
That's his action.
Yeah.
That is going to be what's Drax? 15.
15. Easily removed. That was his AC. Yeah. So, and so now his AC also goes down. So you've removed essentially a lot of his armor and a lot of his gear. So his AC is now, it was at 15. We'll call it 12 now. And yeah, he is not naked, but like just bleeding and bruised and just like being held down by a half orc who's like 7 times his size.
And then a half elf that's also the same height as the half.
Exactly. Yeah.
Holding me down.
All right. You now have a goblin shaman's basically like belt satchel. Yeah.
Into that later.
My turn.
Cool.
Andre. Up next is Andre coming to the bat.
Yes.
Don't
So-
fucking Eldritch Blast this.
I walk up to him.
He doesn't know any better.
And I place my foot and I press it onto the wounds of his chest that he just scratched.
Ooh.
And I reach down and I take off
T-twister?
his animal bone helmet or whatever you
Well,
described.
he already removed that.
No,
He fell backwards. It's like,
oh, it fell off.
He took it
took
off
it
and then scratched himself, and so like that
Pretend like
fell
you're playing.
with it.
Okay. I press my foot into his wound.
Keep up.
I press my foot. Okay, as I walk over there, I pick that bitch up because apparently it's just sitting there, and I put it on.
It fell off
cool?
the cliff.
I use my bonus action to snatch it. Okay.
Is that your-
I press my foot into his wounds. I take the feathered blade off of my belt, and I gently press it into one of the scratches, and I say, "You're coming with us."
doesn't understand.
He gets it.
I mean, it gets it.
He understands.
TBD.
I don't say it to have him understand. I say it to sound super fucking badass.
Oh, this is all
Right.
body
So you're
language.
intimidating?
Yes.
Give me an intimidation roll.
This is all body language.
And I would say, given the circumstances, advantage.
+7.
He's being held down.
Roll
He's
again.
been stripped of his equipment.
He gave you advantage.
25.
He
He pisses and
you say that and like he doesn't respond vocally, but like the franticness of looking at his eyes, like looking around, like how do I get out, and then you say that to him, like he locks eyes with you, like those black pupil tendrils like lock eyes with you, and you see a sense of realization, like shit, come over him. So you seem to have understood what you just said.
I
I think we need to interrogate.
yeah, but I think
That's good call.
do I still have an action?
That would have been your action.
That's okay. Yeah.
That's your action. If you have a bonus action, then yes, you would have another one, but I don't think you do as a warlock right now.
Okay.
No. Okay, Primo, you're up.
I guess can I suss out if we're like fighting still? If I could kind of
I would say
read the room essentially.
like all enemies are gone, and he is fully subdued. Yeah. So I would say we are now out of initiative. Thank you for asking that. We are now out of initiative and open role play.
Okay, great.
Yep. He at times will try and make potentially escape rolls.
Sure.
Maybe.
Okay.
And like I don't have to be an initiative to do that. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up my net if we're just hanging out. But also, I guess, what do we want to try to know?
I'm gonna ask him whose lair this is.
I think it's a
Kinda know,
good.
but
Yeah.
then we ask if it's
I guess I'm gonna ask him just where we are, real quick.
In
Like,
common or
in Goblin, like what is
Goblin,
this
what
place?
is this place?
okay.
Yeah, just
So as you like pick up your net, and like you're walking towards him because like you're a little bit of ways. Juniper's gonna like meet you at the shoulder and like follow like one pace behind you. So she's gonna be there, and she's just been like quiet this whole time, seeing that there's a prisoner.
Sure.
So you ask in Goblin, what?
like what? Essentially, where are we? Like, what is this place?
Okay. In common, he responds.
Oh,
A shrine to Baracarab,
sure.
an offering, a harvesting.
Say what are you harvesting?
Yeah. What do you? I guess you can ask him too if he's talking in common.
He is. What are you harvesting?
At that, Juniper kind of like pushes past and like just gets down on her knees and like grabs the goblin, like not exactly around the throat, but like by the shoulders, but it's like pushing her thumbs like into the neck and just like picks him up and then slams his back and head back down onto the ground and screams at him, "Where are they?" And slams him.
I grab Juniper and pull her back.
Well, but let's hear what the goblin responds.
Yeah, but we don't want him to die.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants to know where all the prisoners are. That are being
If
sacrificed.
anyone wants to make like a non-action like perception or like insight check on Juniper, go ahead.
It's very out of character, so yeah, I'm down. I don't know if that did or not. But.
Insight is 18.
She is an inch away from killing this guy.
Whoa, not good.
So I reach down and I pull her back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Luna's just being like, easy, Juniper.
But my foot is still
She-
on her chest, on his chest.
No, she-
kind of goes up and down.
Yeah, so
with
you
that.
just kind of gotta like
Yeah.
lift her up. She's not going to contest that, so she'll allow you to kind of like by her shoulders, like just kind
I
of
say,
step
Juniper,
back.
he could be useful. And then I press down on his chest and say, answer her.
Yeah, we need the answer.
Cleric of light. We harvest where there is no light. All of the offerings fall into the pits.
Above table,
Yeah.
As me as Luna, can I do some insight and see if there's any relation between my deity and this deity? Would I know?
Like
any
a
of
quick.
that?
So yeah, this will be a low DC. You have you know of the relation. It's to what extent do you know the relation?
Right. I want to know if.
Because your secret god is one of the gods of the hells, and
But I want to know if my secret god's
Cousins.
higher over than this secret god.
is what?
Like, is my god
His boss.
being a capital G? Is this a lowercase G god
Got it. Okay.
to my god?
Thank you. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. The higher the better.
12.
12.
Plus, if it's religion, it's 16.
What you know is that hold on, I just want to pronounce this right because I have actually like a lot of written history about your god specifically and its relations to the hells.
Good to know.
You guys don't know this, though. I'm just-
Well, let's just say one of the first conversations we have is going to be about that weird ass speech you
You
gave,
don't
Dave. We all heard it. I didn't even need a roll perception, bud. I asked.
What?
Where is it?
Perception.
Prayer.
Yeah, you kind of stumbled through it. We all picked up on it.
It was just
You just missed it.
yeah, it was just Luna and fucking Juniper, dude.
No, we were all there in it.
I wasn't paying attention.
So
I was.
your
I asked if I could roll perception. He said you didn't need to. He said anyone there would have noticed.
I'm going back and listening to the
Oh,
last
did you not say
episode.
that?
What?
When he was giving his weird ass speech where he's basically
Prayer
blowing his
with
cover.
Juniper.
Prayer.
Not-
I said,
yeah,
can I
that
roll
was-
perception? And you
that
said
was-
I would have picked up on it.
passive perception.
That's what I mean.
Like
Yeah.
you didn't need to roll. Like if anyone stated that they were looking at that, they would.
We were all in that area together.
Yeah,
wasn't
you were
paying
you were in
attention.
an enclosed room.
Let's just say we're getting to the goddamn
So-
bottom of this.
Yeah.
Necromancer
Nabyram.
bullshit.
Is
Myron.
the draconic great worm god of hell?
Yeah.
That's yours?
Yes.
A worm?
It's not.
It's
not.
a great worm.
It's not.
So
a-
there's dragons and there's worms and there's great worms.
You know, if you
So he's like fucking big. He's a huge.
Huge worm. A full get
it's
So
not a 5-headed worm like it was before.
it's
a one worm.
It was always just Nabyram. So Nabyram
Original
is
IP.
the pallid,
It's
the
kill
pallid
that
great
bitch,
worm
dude.
of hell. Now, Baracarab, along with other gods of hells like Isle and Selvine and Nahaolis, are all different gods of different planes of hell. What you know about Nabyram is that they do not preside in one plane like the other gods. They go where they please. And
Yeah, they're worms.
they make alliances and they make deals. And Nabyram is also famous for betrayal. And
Remember that, buddy.
Remember
and
that, buddy?
turn like turning the deal upside down. And often like trying to get away with more than they bargained for.
A giant
So
worm.
all you know to like the extent is that like because of Nabyram's past and the existence of Planet Hells is that like Baracarab and Nabyram hate each other because of that kind of previous relation that Nabyram has had with Baracarab. That's the extent that you would know of those two's
Yeah,
relation.
that's it. Just that.
just want to know the beef.
Yeah. And there is beef.
There's beef, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where's the beef?
So you were thinking that during this whole interaction, you Primo, or you Andre just pulled Juniper back from
Beating the shit out of him.
yeah. You're still holding grappling. The Goblin Shaman is quickly going to try and make a.
I'd still be holding 2.
So you will assist Drax then. So with that, instead of assisting, I'll just say this goblin has disadvantage on trying to escape.
Perfect.
So that's a 7. That's a 10. So 7. It's modifiers.
He should have spent more time on leg day.
Yeah. Break his arms, dude.
That'll make him focus on leg day. Broken arms.
That's all I got.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, what's going on? So you feel him trying to squirm under the both of you, but like, no.
I mean, we knew we had to go down.
Can we take the net and wrap him up and throw him on your back and head down?
What is
I
that?
just want to, because you didn't
I wanna
really
throw him over
answer-
the side.
You didn't really answer me.
That's a
for
sacrifice for Baracarab, dude.
Juniper's question. I want to ask Juniper,
Smush his face right here.
who do you think is here?
You're asking that to Juniper?
maybe the farmers are dead. We don't know. I don't know why she thinks that they're captured. I want to know who she thinks is here.
Well, there was evidence of prisoners in the prior locations we've been to.
Everywhere that you guys have been, there have been no bodies.
Yeah.
And no like amounts of pool of blood or like conflict, because you guys did do investigations in the past.
Yeah.
It was like there wasn't the pool of blood, like, oh, like that's enough blood to like that person died. It was never to that extent.
I think it's clear we got to go down.
Yeah.
The only question is, can he give us any more useful information about what's down there?
Let's ask
Or
him
just
where
how to get
let's
down.
ask him where all the traps are. Because obviously
Sure.
this place is kind of littered.
Yeah, but why is he going to tell us the truth?
Why not?
Yeah.
We have to torture him.
Why don't you
You said it. I'm
bullshit,
down.
cast illusion on him and scare him?
I'm not allowed to cast an illusion that causes him bodily harm.
You can
I
scare
think
him, though.
I think it's intimidation roll to get him to disclose anything else, right?
Okay.
Ooh, can
You
you
can
all
say
do one of those?
if you don't have
All right.
Andre,
I take my knife. I plunge it into his kidney.
you hear Hex in the back of your head.
Deeper.
I twist the knife and I plunge all the way to the hilt of it.
Okay.
And I say,
Hilt.
what lies for us deeper in this mountain?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Tex is a nasty boy.
Oh, man, for the listeners, I apologize. We again, we've been out of commission for a couple months. My house caught on fire, and this is our first session in a while. Things have been happening.
exploded.
Things exploded.
I've been hanging out, playing games, chilling.
I have a character written up. I have a name for you.
Shitter's
It is
full.
eluding me right now. But all I will say is kind of like the station of who this person is, and I'll get you that name
Okay.
later. I just need to find that because I have a backstory for this guy. But screaming in pain and agony,
Just say his
the
name's
Goblin
Bob.
Shaman just
Our most powerful enchanter. The gatekeeper.
Bob.
The
Bob
gatekeeper.
hold on to
Pizza.
what was it called?
The gatekeeper to Aratom.
And for those
Down.
Aratom, for those who would know, Iratum is the also in common, like it translates in common to the twisted manic mountains. This is the plane of hell that Baracarab presides in.
Twisted Manor.
So,
Manic
so we have a high level
Mountains.
enchanter who's probably overseeing the sacrifices.
What else should I ask? Because my knife is in his kidney.
You did that. I'm not even going to have you roll for this. He is bleeding profusely.
I'm gonna cast spare because I'm touching him and no one would see this, and it's a cantrip. I'm gonna put spare the dying on it.
You motherfucker.
Yeah!
He's dirty down. Okay.
Can't bleed out even if he gets 0 hit points until I'm done touching him.
So torturous.
Okay, I love that.
Mark,
you're
you're
not gonna tell
licking
us you're
your
doing
lips too
I'm
deliciously.
just touching him
that? Well, why wouldn't you tell us you're doing that?
because I feel like we're
make
gonna
it
get more
suffer.
information.
Yeah,
and I didn't
make-
see
get
the
more
wound that you gave him being a cleric and healing people.
Yeah, but
knowing
if
that's
I
what
know
we-
that, I can keep fucking
That's
messing
what
him
we
up, knowing he's not gonna die.
I will be the judge of when we get enough information.
Okay. All right. You guys, I'm gonna keep going.
Juniper is after she heard that, and like she heard enchanter and the gatekeeper to Aratom. You see like Juniper like step away, and for anyone who's looking at her, like yeah, I think you would be because like you were kind of like helping her
Yeah.
back from that.
I asked her a question.
Like she suddenly just gets like this 1,000-yard stare. Like she's stepping away slowly
backing
and just
off.
looks like, and you're looking at a woman who is covered in mud, sweat, blood, torn vestments, the chainmail's
Done some
poking out,
insane stuff.
and and you are seeing her like suddenly come to a realization.
All right. Let's see. We notice this and ask, right?
We should ask Juniper.
We got time.
We asked Juniper. What does
What do
she
you-
know about the
Yeah.
enchanter?
What do you know?
I do not know who this enchanter is,
The gatekeeper.
but a gatekeeper to Aratom. This is all high heresy. This whole mountain needs to be brought to rumble.
How do you do that?
I take the knife out of the kidney. I hand it to Juniper. And I say, do what you need to do.
She holds out a hand and like kind of like cups your hand holding the knife, and like she sees the feathered blade, and like that's a blade of the Shaviri, right? So it's like, this is a blade of your people. Thank you. But my way is with the light. And she looks at you with a look of move.
Move. Like, time to go.
You need to step away
Because you're
from the
close to
goblin because you're over the goblin.
Okay. All right. I back up.
Juniper is going to walk up to this goblin and like no strength or anything necessary, like rolling necessary. She picks up the goblin and is going to hold him over the, like pick him up, drag his heels, and then pick him up over the edge of the cliff. And like with one hand in the back of the head, and she's gonna put her hand over, like the other hand over his face, and cast Sacred Flame. And she just whispers, "I release you." And just and like,
Oh, yeah.
and like as that happens, just drop his body over the cliff.
Love if Luna made it so that she could do that. Or else you would have killed him off.
No doubt.
It was
And-
stable at 0 HP.
She turns around and says, "They need us. We must go."
Run, you fool.
We don't know where.
How long did all that take?
Yeah, we do. Right down here.
I mean, minutes. That was minutes. Yeah.
All right, we sprint back down.
Well, let's do a little
The
healing.
entry of the basement.
Little healing first.
Sure. Short rest.
I mean, you guys have already taken a short rest, and I would just say
Can we
for
put up camp?
those who have a history in like combat, so I would say like Drax, Luna, Primo, like Primo especially, like being in the family is being like, you know, certain base operations, like when some of your guards suddenly go missing or like someone's shift isn't made, it's like, hey, there's something afoot.
For sure.
Right.
We might have
you
a
guys
small...
and you
it's
guys
time to
have been
move.
here for a while.
So we got to hustle. I'm just going to ask
I'll do,
Juniper for a heal.
Gladly. Yeah, she heals you.
I'll help you another 1d8.
Let's see.
Cure wounds.
She's just gonna do it's simple cure wounds. I mean, actually, hold
Everyone
on.
in my Eldritch Blast gets
How many
+5,
spell
but I have
slots
not
does
been
she
having
have
this entire
left?
time.
That's a lot.
11 HP
Hundreds
from
of
me.
points damage.
She is using her last first level on you to cure your wounds.
What,
So,
how much?
bum bada bum bada bum bada bum. Creature. So 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. So it's going to be a d8 plus 7.
Mine's +4, so you got 11.
High roll. High roll here, buddy.
I roll.
7 plus 7, 14.
Okay, good.
27 HP recovered.
This is a touching spell. She like reaches over, like you puts like her hand directly like in the middle of your sternum, and like whispers to you, Drax.
May I release you.
Woof. Drax, lead us, please.
All right,
You're needed.
let's hustle.
I'm going to drink a healing potion.
Okay, mark that out of your inventory.
Because you're too proud to ask for anything.
Well, she just
Well,
used
she's
her
out.
Yeah.
You're
She-
totally
she
right
just
now.
used
Yeah,
her
that's
last.
what it is.
All
I
right,
guess I still
so
have 2 slots for level 1 spell.
These are like
For the sake of brevity, are you guys saying like you're going all the way back down to the main level?
Yeah.
And so like if you remember
That
like that
door.
back, what kind of like right chamber where those
goblins came
exploding goblins came out of, that was the only way that you could tell in your current investigation of this mine is the way down.
Let's do it.
So we're back there.
Let's go.
Okay, so you guys are there.
And I just we can wait to set this up, but I was gonna just do another investigation check at the door.
Like at that main archway. What are you looking for?
Just listening.
Listening?
Just seeing if I hear anything weird down over there.
Isolation.
Yeah, give me a man, what would that be? That would be a
Right there. It factors it in.
yeah, but you don't use that to roll.
give me a
No,
perception
it's
check.
Extra. I thought this was going to be like an extra +5, but it's not. It's already antagonizing bless is already worked on there.
13 plus
At
2.
+5.
13 plus 2.
I haven't been using my talisman.
15.
It's dark. There is no
I've
candles
never
going down that
used
way. And it's
I know.
quiet. For the first time in this mine, like it is more quiet than it has been. Because you guys, as far as you know, are the only living creatures like now in these first 2 levels that you've explored. And down below you is unknown terrain. And you hear quietness.
Oh.
Quietness as black as the darkness in front of you, and then out of it, like distantly, way distantly,
Just
kind of
around
like muffled.
through down the
You hear
stairwells and
ambient like a thum, and then like after that, kind of like a weird screech.
Damn, we're already up there. Shit.
All right.
So, we are going to take a quick break. I'm going to let you guys just like open roleplay, talk, plan.
Sure.
And I'm going to set up the map. And clap. All right. And we're back. Thank you. The table is set. The map is drawn and the players are ready. All right, guys.
Players are hard as rocks.
Now I'm ready.
That's right.
So,
Break it up.
Coated in blood.
after Luna heard kind of like what was like, it almost sounded like this quick release of like air, like this boom, but there wasn't like a wind that followed. And then he heard a similar screech to what was she heard a similar screech to what was those exploding goblins before, but just distantly, and only she heard that. So, yeah.
That's all I got from that.
No, you still rolled. Yeah, I would have told you exactly.
And you
that.
had a sense that that whatever she said was
3/4 truth.
was truthful.
Cool.
If your nose could grow, would it?
No.
You dodged that bullet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hearing the same things in the cave.
He's blinking. Blinking like blinking.
Oh, can we try something?
Yeah, you want it?
Yeah.
It's all yours, dude.
No. I thought your iPad was at 5%.
No.
I was going to give you some power off my phone.
Okay, so
missionary.
you guys go down that chamberway into the darkness. Juniper's light cantrip on her shield has since expired.
Yeah.
And-
Long sense.
A little long sense. But yeah, you guys are going down into the depths. Does anyone have any other lights to provide?
I did.
So you have dark vision.
I could probably light a torch.
I've
You have,
got,
light
I've like
torch.
a kid.
You have your
I've got
mechanical
dancing
eye
lights.
too.
Oh yeah, fucking forget about
I
my
got
eye,
dark
dude.
vision.
It's just
Dark
I think
vision.
we all
part
have.
of me.
we all have dark vision. Literally.
Yeah, I'll see if it works.
Oh yeah, you have dark vision. Oh yeah, you all have dark. Everyone except
50%
Juniper.
of the time.
Right.
Yeah, that's why we're the
In
bugs.
half of the eyes.
That's why we're her
So
bugs.
Essentially 25.
Because we have the dark vision.
So she'll.
Half
So
and half.
okay.
We could be June's dark bugs.
Ooh, I like that.
The dark bugs.
June's dark bugs.
JDBs.
Dark bugs.
Dark bugs.
I really don't give a shit.
No, we can think of something.
All right, so
Hey, Matt, we'll come on with the next episode.
above tabletop. Now that we've learned,
I care.
how do we want to proceed into like small enclosed spaces? You know?
Carefully.
Yes.
Well, we don't want to end up with a mosh pit again.
We want
Just send one
Primo,
person
Primo in front, I would say,
Yeah.
followed by Drax, followed by
Yeah. I'll be looking down. You'll be looking.
followed
straight
by
ahead.
Andre and I, and then
Yeah.
Okay, so Juniper bringing up the rear.
because
Yeah.
she
Caboose in
The-
it.
they say,
the-
has
the-
notified us that she doesn't know how much mana she has left.
Well, she just you. I would say that
Mana.
you guys have all said like we can see for you, so let us guide you. And she would accept that. Yeah.
We're still doing fighters, cleric.
Let's fucking
Ranged.
cut the lights out, dude. Let's just go in dark.
I'm in for it. Okay, cool. So
Sure, if you're first,
I
I
am.
don't give a shit.
Because I'm a fucking big boy.
okay, so
that.
you come. So there is a an opening here. It's not like a door. It's more of just kind of like a clear like the 5 foot wide by like 8 to 10 foot tall tunnel leads into like it's just a little bit more of a wide opening from like the narrow passage you guys are going through, and it's clearly like in a minor chamber that you're in. There are no torches in here. It is dimly lit through what appears to be like these hanging like little similar to the wood in like bone shrines that you saw back at the smuggler's cabin.
Okay.
Those seem to be like hanging from the ceiling or on the ground, and like a dim light is kind of like coming out from. So this whole room has dim light in it.
The light's glowing.
Dude, let's snuff them out.
It's just like a bunch
Let's
of
work the opposite now,
There's
dude.
a bunch of glow sticks.
Goblins have dark vision too.
Yeah, but fuck it. You know? Try something else, you know? I guess let's
Go on, you're
That's
first.
it.
suss out this
Trap.
room. Yeah.
We're
Just
in a
look.
fucking big open area.
Yeah, just
So we
look.
got-
Suss out this hallway,
Primo and
essentially.
Drax.
Oh yeah, sorry. Grab the.
Primo first. Tiny green man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking for traps, I guess.
I guess Juniper behind Andre and I.
Juniper's in the very back. Yeah.
Whichever order you want to put that in.
Okay.
I think you do a detect traps for as far as you can.
Sure.
I don't know what your radius is.
See how well you're
I don't know.
So
I
we
guess.
need to roll for your eye to see how
Sure.
well. So like in this dimly lit light, I will say like since it already has dark vision, like to now like if you succeed with your mechanical eye, it would be really like your investigation would improve. So what you need to do is roll
Gotcha.
a passing roll for your eye, or
I don't know what that is. I can't remember what the roll is, though.
for
Or
right
just straight
now
up
we're just going to
fucking-
call it a D20, and it just needs to be above a 10.
Sorry, how about a 16?
That passes. So
Slap the side of your head.
So now your investigation rolls don't have disadvantage.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Sick.
So now investigate.
Yep, that's what we'll do.
I had to see what it was, dude.
Total is 5, but I got a nat 1. So I think we're good, boys. I think we can hop right in. Fucking follow me, dude. Yeah.
So when you get a nat 1,
I don't see nothing, dude. I'm gonna walk
doesn't
in.
matter what your modifiers are.
Yeah.
It's a 1.
Yeah.
You took a vacation in your head.
I did.
Yeah.
Slap yourself
So-
a little too hard, turn your eye on, and
Well, I did. Turn it
So
right
we're-
back off. Yeah.
So I think I need to go in first because I've got.
Oh, hold on. He's in front
I
because
think it's clear, dude.
He's
like-
just searching.
But
You're getting
to
trapped, bud.
search, like you need to like you can't just look at a room and be like traps. Like he needs to be like going through the room. You get about up to like right here, and you feel confident.
I do.
Like there are no traps. Like this is
Yeah.
fine. Like it's dimly lit. Those weird
Yeah.
little shrines are here, but like
It's crazy because before there were a bunch.
walk
But
right under that tripwire.
For
Drax
real.
is gonna just
and like you're like guys, like there's no pressure plates, there's no tripwires like before,
yeah.
and like you turn and you face your group while you say that, and you take another step back in
I got it.
confidence,
oh yeah.
and like it's not your foot that catches on something. You feel this wet rope of drool just kind of like fall on the side of your face, and then falling on top of you from up above in a secret.
I wasn't
like,
even
little
looking
hole.
up. Yeah. Oh shit.
is
You're like,
Yeah, for real.
one of those horribly mutated, bulbous, pus-filled, exploding goblins, and just falls right down on top of
gross,
you,
dude.
and just starts slashing into you.
Ow.
So I'm gonna ask for a strength save from you to see if you don't fall prone.
Okie dokie. Yeah, keep going, dude. I got a nat 20 that time.
Did you really get that 20?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So
Plus
you
two.
guys see this.
Cheers,
Oh yeah,
dude.
cheers.
Cheers.
First nat
Cheers.
20 of the session. There we go. Good
Nat
to be
one,
back.
nat
Good to be
20.
back.
Hell yeah.
Clink, clink.
Not the other word.
So you guys see Primo be like, guys, we're good. And then
It's all good.
landing on top of him. And like, especially in this environment, you guys see it now like better than you have before.
It's okay. It's okay.
Like when he turns, his green eye, like since you passed, like it doesn't emanate a light, but like it is clear, like in this silhouette that is Primo's body and like his hood and his figure, they're like that part of the face is slightly illuminated, but there's like just this neon green mechanical, and it's at times it kind of
Sick
like
eye, dude.
like it kind of like clicks over like clockwork, like every now and then, and you just see like that green neon glow coming from where his pupil like
He's
actually.
gonna take damage.
But as you see that and you're admiring that, from above him, just and it falls right down on top of him.
Great.
I'm gonna get graped.
And this is going to be okay. So that is 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then that is going to be
I can't wait to spare the dying Primo here in a little bit.
It's gonna be soon.
1 poison damage. And by the way, the effects from before, from that spell that the Goblin Enchanter cast, are all gone.
There's too much wind on top of the mountain for that powder to stick.
So true.
Shit.
Okay, so yeah, one of these creatures falls down.
Look at the belt.
Oh, don't you have it?
Yeah.
All right.
I
Well,
will say I still have it.
And so, yeah, sorry. Now we are going to roll initiative. So, roll initiative.
oh fuck, dude. Back to back to back. Damn, look at that.
9.
That was a pop.
I hit the eye.
Yeah.
Andre, what'd you get?
9.
9? Okay.
I like this shit.
Primo.
Nat 1.
Yeah, 1. What's any modifiers on
I
that?
mean, yeah,
What's your
but
initiative on that?
4.
4. Okay, so 4 total. Drax.
12.
12. Luna.
Another 21 from the back.
I had a girl. Juniper is going to get a big whopping 5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I knew I'd be halfway up the order at 9.
I don't know. Who?
Talking about the 09A.
Okay, so
Nani?
sequence of
Oh,
events.
nah.
09A.
What's my name?
Oh, nah.
Yeah, see?
The order 9 angles.
What?
I don't know.
Is that what Onana means?
No, that's a
That's 09.
Rihanna song. What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
Rihanna.
Okay,
Everything you
first
own in the
act
box
is
to the
Luna,
left.
and then after that is one of
That's
the
Beyonce.
goblins.
I know.
All right, Luna, you're up.
I guess I'm gonna
So
do-
you see
So I can
an exploding goblin on top of, like riding the shoulders of Primo.
I'm gonna do sacred flame just at the goblin.
Okay, do you have to roll for that?
Yeah, I'm going at.
Okay.
Going at. 17.
17 will hit.
Nice.
12.
12 points of damage. Right on. Hell yeah. Explain how you just immediately one shot KO.
One shot KO this thing, but at the same time as recognizing the hazard earlier on. A bright
That's smart.
white beam of flame goes towards the goblin thing on
Yes.
Primo and just ignites it in complete flame, and you just see ash sprinkle on the ground.
Yeah.
If you rolled a nat 20, I would have allowed for that cool effect. But part of how these
I'm just
creatures,
saying it doesn't explode,
it's going to explode.
but I got
It's
also
going to
radi-
explode on top of
It's
Primo.
also radiant damage.
That
You gonna be as
doesn't
mad at
help.
him as
You
you were,
killed
mate?
it. You killed it. Do you remember in like Gears of War, like the exploding screechers? Doesn't matter how you killed them.
Okay.
If you killed them, they explode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Primo, you are going to take. No, it's good. If it was a nat 20, I'd be like all about it, but it wasn't. You are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then 2 poison damage.
Okay.
And then make another strength saving throw.
Okay. Sorry. Oh shit. 7.
You are knocked prone. so with this thing on top of you, immediately Luna just ignites it. It explodes and just rockets you into the ground. Just
Gotcha.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Big time ouch, dude. I think
Say
Is
sorry.
there- because we're still in the opening at this point, I'm taking all of us, so there's still room to move around everyone.
yeah, so that was your turn, Luna. But yeah.
So for also, because that was my action, but also part of my turn, I'm just gonna go walk up around everyone else a little
So Luna did that.
so
behind everyone.
show me where you're
Also
walking.
didn't hit anyone.
I'm gonna go in front of Drax into here somewhat to like
So
just
is this
look.
probably makes you feel
Yeah.
pretty bad.
10,
Feels a
20,
bit unfair.
30. Unless you want to
Well, no, I'm saying, are we in like a?
No, this is the
Big archway
room.
just
You guys
goes
are
down.
still like in like a 5 foot by 8 to
okay.
10
We're in a
foot like
hallway.
hallway.
Yeah.
I was just gonna look at Primo and just be like, "Are you all right?
No.
Are you sure your eyes working?"
He's like,
I don't know. I'm just laying
Primo doesn't respond.
just laying down. Yeah, thinking.
Unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay, Luna, that's your
Whatever,
turn. Got
Yeah.
it.
Just thinking.
Okie dokie.
Just thinking.
Reevaluating all my decisions I've made in life to get here.
So that was Luna's turn. He asks, "Are you all right?" And Primo, you go, "No." And as you say that, you hear another
Well, dude.
and like the scratching of claws coming down from the rocks above you. Is another one of those goblins. There's a second hole up there, and it like grabs like this rock hold and swings out and it jettisons itself. Boom, boom, boom. Is now right in front
Primo
of
just
Luna.
whimpers.
Is right in front of Luna and is gonna attack you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's got to beat 16. So
16. Roger that. Nat 3. So nope. Okay. So now there is an exploding goblin in front of you, but that is all for that turn. Up next is Drax, followed by Andre.
Should pick him up and throw him.
on to Primo.
Like all the way back here, if you can.
Yeah, I'm laying down.
Get him out of there, he's gonna blow up.
You could throw shit over me.
If he dies.
Yeah.
But it's just a little bit of acid damage, right?
It's
It's
if
a lot.
It's if he dies.
How you doing, by the way?
I'm chilling. I'm.
Catching up on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel great.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's honest.
Do what you need to do, man.
I feel really bad.
Just I'm worried he's gonna
Remember
blow up
last
in
time
your
you
face,
guys
too.
were all stuck in a hallway together?
So if I do
10 around her.
10 around her, I can take her place and say, "Stand aside, little lady,"
Yep.
and do a reckless attack.
Right, stack?
Yeah.
Roger that, go
Could
for it.
also walked around the goblin thing and made some more room.
18 plus 6.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
1d12 plus 6.
Oh, Jesus.
Rock him.
Oh,
Thank
Jesus.
God, thank God you're in front of me now.
Oh, God.
I wasn't expecting D12.
15 damage.
Okay, explain
I
how.
want to say, what if you picked him up and threw him on the far, like all the way down the cave?
Too late, he's attacking.
Yeah.
Already attacked.
I figure the splash damage will hit me. It's okay. I'm the meat puppet for the group.
Okay.
It's true.
So
Dude, yeah, just
It's true. Yeah, how do you KO this guy?
Pussy.
it's not complicated. Cleave him from left shoulder down to right side.
Roger that. You're going to
pretty
take 2 bludgeoning and
Same.
3 poison as it just explodes into pieces. And, like, you know, pieces of, like, rotten bone and all that, like, sink into your flesh. Like,
Thanks, Drax.
Yeah.
I don't want my clothes dirty.
Exactly. Because I'm here for that.
didn't you fall into a hole before?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, there we go. All right.
He's just a little necromancer.
Just slowing down.
He doesn't want to get sweaty.
So that is this chamber. Primo, now being in the center of the chamber, and like you kind of roll over and look up, and with your eye you see only 2 of those holes
Oh, okay.
on top.
So we look for holes next time.
Yeah, we look for holes now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Above us.
Above us. No, I think that was a lesson to this one.
How many hit points you got left?
Less than half.
Okay.
Not good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
When you roll to find traps, what's your advantage on that, or what's your plus on that?
I think, depending, I guess, what it is. I don't remember what it is. What is it?
Investigation.
It's an
Oh,
investigation.
investigation, yeah. +4.
And I think certain abilities might give you proficiency in that. I don't know. But for right now, we're just going to say it's a CC investigation.
Yeah.
Proficient, for sure.
Sleight of hand at a different level applies.
Yeah, it'll be marked in your character sheet if you're proficient in that. But anyways, so so Juniper's going to make her way around everyone and help Primo to his feet. All right, and like helps you to your feet. She unfortunately has no way of like healing you, so she's just going to like help you to your feet and just kind of like wipe
Because
the flesh and the bone off of you.
Yeah.
I just want to say, because I was also Luna was concerned about Primo before when she walked in there. I'm going to push past Drax, and then give a little
Sucky.
something to Primo there.
Whoa. Okay.
To Primo.
Little
Yeah, I'm going to
God
give a little
3000.
bit of another cure wounds on my buddy.
Roger that. Let's roll for that.
Good.
Well, I guess it's just a 1d8 plus 4 because
Is
it's a touch.
Well, yeah, but you have to roll your 1d8.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I thought you were saying
Yeah.
roll the d20. I was like,
No.
okay, well you get 5. So
Thank you.
something more.
F is for friendship. All right. What's next? Initiative is done. That was it for the enemies in this chamber. What's next?
How many?
Roleplay.
How many hit points do you have left?
For a little open role play,
Should I go in first next time?
after
If you want to.
helping and healing Primo, can I just investigate what's in the shaman's belt, and can I do it from a medicine standpoint?
Yeah, for sure. So he used you find now the empty satchel of like the one that he was reaching into with for the purple dust, and there was only 2 uses of that, so he used all of that. The other satchels, like one is full of like different like like kind of like small critter bones. Another one is full of bat poop, guana.
It's a delicacy.
It's actually a good spell ingredient.
I've seen Ace Ventura.
And then
That's what you're talking about, right?
let me look into. I'll get back to you about the third and final item that was on the belt.
Too, when nature calls.
Well, I'll text you that later.
Okay,
Yep.
sweet.
What is this, dude?
So my suggestion for the next room is maybe Drax goes first. His investigation is not quite as good as Primo's, but
I mean,
he can take more damage.
mid at
Are
best.
you
Sure.
going to be up next to Luna? Because I would give you guidance for that. You got to walk past me and then go into the next room. Guidance.
Next room is this one here.
Yep.
Yep.
Big
So
black
the marching
metal.
order is
Now it's you. That's
Okay,
it.
I'll go
Throw
next.
Andre, throw Andre in there.
I'm full hit points.
Luna, Primo, leave him somewhere between me and Juniper.
Yeah, put Primo in the
Me
back
in
where he's
front.
nice and safe.
Me kind of in front of Juniper.
Yeah, dude.
What the fuck? You can't just do that.
Shut up.
I'm not a coward. That's why.
all right. Is there a door or is it open?
No pictures, no evidence.
So to this one, there is a door. To this one, it's more of this kind of like I'm not gonna say like a piece of plywood leaning up against like a frame, but it's like literally just kind of like this pull off to the side, nailed together pieces of board.
Can I do a detect traps on the door?
Farmhouse bar
Go ahead.
door, but it's just a piece of wood.
It is a
Just that
very,
roll.
very like old, withered door that is falling apart that you can see is like barely holding on.
9.
9. You look for traps. You feel confident that maybe this door is so
Plus a
old.
1d4.
There's no traps on it.
Okay.
Well, guidance. You got that for a minute.
Yeah, so
Plus
13.
'Trap. The door seems so old that
Oh,
there
you
might
gotta
not even
roll
be
those.
traps on it.
Okay. All right. You boys ready? It's 4.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to kick the door down.
Kick. So I mean, you okay? Strength check.
Plus 1d4.
8 plus 4. 12.
This door just, I mean, again, it's old.
Yeah.
You blast it off of its hinges.
That's how we make our entrance.
Yeah.
Would it be fair to say that it falls into whatever the black is?
No, I mean, like, you kicked it, like, going that way.
So I've got dark vision.
Yep.
What do I see?
So you see this 10, 20, 30,
15?
40 foot long chamber, kind of like elongated like a chamber hallway that's
secrets.
10 feet wide and about like 15 feet high, or like 20 feet high and like 40 feet long, all made out of the material of the mountain. So it's like stone, granite slabs and all that. But here in the middle where that black is, that is just a chasm. And on the other side, there appears to be a wooden bridge that is like folded up onto itself. It's kind of like, it could reach, it looks like the bridge when it's extended out folds itself half out again and can reach to the side that you guys are on. So that bridge is on the other side, and it looks like there is a series of ropes connecting to the bridge that goes through a series of like gurneys and a system that comes over across that ceiling over to here. And that box right there represents a mechanism built into the stone slab wall of what looks like to be the control system for that bridge.
So we're gonna have a nice minute here. I'm just gonna touch everyone because it's at will and it lasts for a minute. Guidance. Everyone has guidance because it's touch, cantrip.
You can only give that to one person, I think.
You sure it's not everyone?
Bless can go to multiple people. Guidance is one person at a time.
So never mind. We'll leave
I think
with Drax.
I think I need to walk into the room far enough to figure out if there's any dudes in the ceiling or.
So it's a 20-foot high ceiling.
Yeah.
Looking up, well, how far is dark vision for you? And again, this one's like dimly lit because like
60
all
feet.
those like same like kind of like stone and bone like lanterns of like emanating this kind of like a dark magical light.
That's for Andre.
It's not that like there's holes in the ceiling. It's just like the ceiling is very much like unfinished in a way. It's just like it's just a cave ceiling. So it's not flat, but it's also like it doesn't have holes jetting up into it or anything like that. But you don't see anything nefarious like you did in the previous chamber.
So I'm going to walk in, trigger anything that's there. And then if it turns out we need to solve this puzzle, I'll let somebody smarter than me figure out the puzzle.
So
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start pushing in, dude. I don't want to be locked in this hallway.
I'm
Bro.
gonna. Can Luna go first? Just to wander
Come
in
closer to
area
the mic.
Touch. Can Luna go in first to just assist with guidance for anyone else trying to
Drax
check
is
this
already
out?
in there, bro.
Drax is already in
Yeah.
the back of the line.
Well, I gotta push. I'm pushing past you. I'm gonna stand
Yeah,
over
just
here,
fucking-
out of the way of the mechanism, but close enough to touch you.
Well, how about we
Give
both
you
go
guys-
in?
Get the fuck out of the way, Andre.
It's just open role play. You guys can.
Yeah.
Juniper is intentionally going to stay in the back, and she is going to just mention that,
want
like,
that.
I'm going to watch the back just in case something comes from the back.
All right, we all looking like that.
Okay, sounds good. So the mechanism is attached like to the wall, and without having to like roll, it's just easy to see. Like, there's a bunch of series of like ropes and like metal and wood, very ramshackle goblin.
Weird
I
ass
would
pulley
say,
system.
yeah, it's a pulley system, and there's 3 levers,
It's like a
all of which are in the up
Goldberg.
position right now. So there's 1, 2, 3.
I bet I can jump over.
And there's ropes and systems coming from each of them.
Okay, so
just pull lever on one side.
Hang on.
Armor rolls down.
we should anticipate that if we pull the wrong lever, a trap is sprung, damage will
Worse
occur.
off, the bridge just falls.
That's right.
I'm just saying, do we want to have everybody in the room when we start pulling levers?
I think it's fine because we're on solid ground. There's, the chasm's in front of us, so if something comes from the other side, because we're already taking up this space.
What if it's darts that shoot out?
Can I do a nature investigating check?
A nature investigation check.
Yeah. To check
So you
for
can do a nature
weird-
check or an investigation check. What are you
I
asking?
want to put my nature aspect on the investigation check to look for defaults in the rock wall area. That would assume there's a trap if a wrong lever's pulled.
It's so obvious.
That is going to be a high DC, but yeah, go ahead. Because like what you're trying to do is inspect past all of the mechanisms that like
right? How far?
have been hammered into the
jump.
wall, and like
How
the
far?
wall's been partially excavated
yeah.
to fit this installation.
I'm going Superman X-ray vision and watching different veins and minerals coming down the rock, and I want to look at it.
Go ahead.
Go.
It's all rock.
Yeah. All right. Who's our smartest guy to look at the ropes?
What would you have to have high of?
It's investigation.
Yeah, just
right?
investigate.
What do you want to
You're
investigate?
trying to figure out which is the right rope,
I only have +1.
which is the right lever to pull.
Above table. I was looking for traps
Yep.
in the levers.
Primo, you got +4 to investigation.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
want guidance?
Try to figure out what's the right lever to pull. Give it a
Okay.
shot.
All right. I will.
Can you ask me for a hand?
What?
Check. I gotta touch you.
Some guidance.
Touch
Consent,
me,
please.
please. I just yeah. Let's go chest first. Okay. Okay.
No, you don't have it though.
Yeah.
Let's see, dude. 416.
And so what are you doing?
I'm investigating the ropes to see if some are traps, I suppose, or if some just lead to this.
Looking for the right
Ledge.
rope to pull.
Yeah.
Which is the right lever to pull?
So
Also, bet
I'm going to go off of what he said, and the first thing he said was, "Is there traps built into this system?"
Perfect.
Yes.
All right.
And
there's
and you
traps.
see and you with because you rolled an 18,
16.
16, I would say yes. There's two things you learn.
Okay.
There are traps built into the system,
Yeah.
and it's going to take more than. It's such a complex series of system that not one lever is needed to activate the bridge.
Okay.
These guys goblins are idiots. It's 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 bridge.
All right,
And
can
on
I?
that note, we're going to end the session. We are going to end the session for tonight because someone's got to get home. Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone, and creatures of light and of the night, thank you so much for joining us. This has been another wonderful session of Mile High Dragons.
Hoorah.
Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to rolling with you again next time. All right, cheers.
Man, cheers.
Hold on. Sorry, quick, jumping back in. Since it's been so long and we're finally back at the table and the guys are doing so well, gentlemen, we are all going to level up. Going from level 4,
Two,
5.
7, no, 5.
legit question.
Yeah.
Do we get a?
Does that mean long rest? Because we leveled up
No.
everything.
No, this is happening in the fly.
Everyone,
Do we get a skill? What is it called? Feat.
That's a 2024 thing. We're doing 2014 rules.
A feat's not. No way, dude. Feat's-
Well, all right.
2014, but there's a certain level. Because we can get it 4, I think we need to get it
Well, we'll figure that out. But yes,
7.
we're all going to level. You guys are leveling up.
35.
So yeah, next session, everyone will have their level, their characters level up and things ready to go. All right, cheers! Woo!